Hey, what's up, guys? It's Blake, and so we're on site at the hotel today, and we're going to do a deal deep dive series. This is going to be the first hotel in a series that I'm traveling across the country to go see. We're going to find out about how he found the deal, how he renovated it, and all the goods, so stay tuned for that. But Cal, tell us where we're at. What are we looking at here?
So we're at the Angoria Hotel in San Angelo, Texas. It's a 40-key old motor motel that we updated and added a fun twist to it and made it awesome.
And a lot of money went into this. So how much did we spend on purchase and renovation price?
We did about $1 million for purchase price and $3.1 for renovation, but that includes all the furniture, fixtures, and equipment as well.
Okay, so that's 4.1 total, and we're gonna go see where all that money went. So one of the first things that stuck out to me about the hotel was this really cool outdoor amenity space, the fire pit, the pool and the hot tub, the cabanas, the swing chairs, and the bar that opens up to this space. So this tells to me the very boutique hotel vibe that's all about guest experience. And I want to hear, like, what gave you the vision for all this? Because as soon as we got here, it's like, dude, this makes it.
Yeah, well, you know, I wanted to close in this space a little bit. Right now you've got these bamboos growing. They're going to get more as the summer comes along. They're really going to flourish out, but like when you get on the inside, you're kind of secluded. You've got that exclusivity going. And I wanted to orientate the pool off of this bar area. If you look right here, it's closed right now, but it will open up. We'll open it up later just to check it out. And you can be hanging at the bar, but be at your own kind of intimate private pool. So I like the idea of it kind of feeling like your own when you're staying here.
And you got all the big glass that really like flows from the inside feng shui to the vibe of the outside. So I really like that. Like when you step in there, it's tinted glass, but you look out to it, it's like, dang, I want to walk out there and hang out.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. So we're in Texas. It gets hot, and right now people love shipping containers. So I love what we did in here. But what's the vibe in here that we're trying to create?
Well, you said it. Going off of the love for shipping containers, you know, that's already a thing. So I figured why not ride that one on this project as well. So we decided to take 2 shipping containers, cut out the side to turn them into poolside cabanas. We went in and spray foamed the interiors of them. This stuff is super efficient. Even if you have a whole side open like we do, it's just the ability to block kind of that radiant and that convection heat, it goes a long way. We also have our fans in here too if it gets super toasty. And it's just a cool place to hang out. People love the shipping containers.
Yeah,
so
I think the thing that it does is makes it picturesque, right? It gives you like that appeal and the pop factor when you're scrolling on OTAs or your own ads, your direct booking side. They're like, man, I can picture myself being there. And the photos that I've seen actually have like people at the pool and at the cabana. So it's like you get to get a sense of what it's going to be like to stay here and maximize this. So that's awesome. And before we go inside, I wanted to give you guys an idea of what it takes or what it costs to put something like this together, because the real focal point for the property and the coolest part is like this is what draws people in. So like you might not know the exact figures, but estimated, what did putting this together cost for the hotel?
Just the outdoor space, I'd say $200,000.
For this area right here.
Yeah, so the outdoor space also includes the water features that's on the outside of the wall too, which is the water lily garden, all the landscaping walking up to.
Yeah, and that's a lot of money per square foot of space for this area. But when you think about what it does for the overall vibe of the hotel, why it's so cool for boutique hotels is because that $200,000 isn't just $200,000 for this one or for one unit.
It's a shared space.
It's a shared space, so you spread that cost over the 40 rooms of this hotel, so it's much more efficient to invest in your amenities to draw those 40 people in per night. So we're going to talk about the amenities out here and how much each one costs. So pool, hot tub, fireplace, like cabanas. What did you spend on each one?
Well, the pool and the spa and all the pumps that drive it, that was about $100,000. And then everything else was $100,000 that surrounds it. I don't remember the fireplace out of that category, but that sub that did all the outdoor landscaping and whatnot, that would bring us $3,000.
So I can just hear people saying right now, like, I need some more investors. All right, so coming inside where it's much cooler, the air feels much better, but this bar is awesome. Like when you walk inside, it really draws the eye. And when you think about a place to stay, this is what you want when you think boutique hotel, unique, and the experience. And then right when you walk in the door, what draws your eye is this really cool front desk. So most of you guys know my first 5 hotels did not have front desks. So the front desk operations of Tremont, which is 130 units, has been a new experience. And this being Kyle's first hotel is working through that piece as well. So we've got the employee of the year front desk back here, and she's apparently been crushing it. But this is what it means, because it's a little bit larger hotel, and with all these amenities, it kind of takes the front desk to make this all come together. What are your thoughts on building all this setup for your first?
So I think that whenever you first walk in, there's that first impression is a lasting impression, and that actually starts before you get in the door. That's why we wanted to do this really robust landscaping and this water feature with the water lilies outside. As you're walking up, you're seeing that. We put our big main sign kind of low at center, so you're like walking to it. You can get that,
and that's exactly what we thought.
You can get that Instagram shot, you know, and it's got that cool old Route 66 motor motel vibe to it, which we love. So,
like the Boutique Hotel sign.
That's right. That's right. So as you're coming in, you got the landscaping continues to transcend inside. That's why we've got as much as we possibly can without being too crowded.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay.
Because this is naturally flows. See,
yes.
It landed right. So you walk in, you see this beautiful translucent stone counter, natural woods. And beyond, you've got an Angora goat, which is the theme of the hotel, which is rooted in the history.
It's known for with here we are in San Angelo or San Francisco, wherever we're at.
San Angelo, Texas.
San Frangelo. That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
San Frangelo. Yeah, we're doing something similar to our front desk. I think probably because of the picture you sent me, I was like, oh, I really like that. I like the design and the aesthetic. So we're going with vertical wood slats.
Happy to be an inspiration
you
for
impress that upon me as well. So walk me through this, because this did not exist before, and this is a really cool piece of it. Because we came in, me and my wife got lattes. Nicole loves lattes, so she was pumped about it. And this is a really cool feature you guys have here.
So before this space, it was all just rooms. So we took a couple of rooms.
You can kind of tell like where they were at.
That used to be the end of the building, and then when we got this was still here also. That was like an other newer end of the building, but it was still before us. That's why there's this big thick concrete column wall thing here. But anyways, there were rooms here, and we turned them into this common space because we wanted to have that offering for the guests that came here. It's part of the experience. Why do you want to stay in a nicer boutique hotel? Yeah, we have the upgraded linens and the upgraded finishes and natural woods in the room and the beautiful updated showers and all that, but you want to have that really cool congregate spot.
Yeah,
you want to
come down here. Guest demographic for places like this are like group bookings. So like you could have your party come book. They've got space for everybody. You know, drink selections for everybody, which is cool. But you can gather here.
That's right, and that's a good point because one of the things that we're getting a lot of calls on. As a matter of fact, this morning somebody came in to ask about doing a wedding here. So that's
where the money starts coming in.
That's right. So we started, building partnerships with local event planners, wedding planners, and they know that this is a beautiful space where they can program what they're trying to do for their client.
What I found through the process of our venue, most wedding venues do not have lodging, or at least very, very much lodging for like a whole party. So if people are coming to San Frangelo to get married, or here in San Angelo. San Angelo, Texas. Like they need places to stay, like nearby if it's downtown or out on like a farm or something. Like where are you gonna stay? You're not gonna stay in the bar you got married, but a place like this, everybody can congregate. Keep the nightcap going.
Yeah, and plus it's just 40 keys, so it's small enough for most wedding parties to just book out the whole thing.
Yeah.
And if you think about what someone's willing to spend on their wedding, they're gonna spend that plus lodging. They could get the whole deal and kind of almost have an economy play, if you will. They're getting a better experience because everyone's staying here, everyone's celebrating here. They just kind of own it for the night.
All right, so now we're gonna go upstairs and check out the lounge and some of the 40 rooms at this hotel. So this is one of my favorite spots at the hotel, the lounge up here. I did my meeting with one of my team members up here. It's just a good vibe. They've got the built-in stereos, the mood lighting, the KOS are really bringing it all together. That overlooks the pool, the hot tub, fireplace, all that kind of stuff. So really well done, man. I like it.
Thank you.
And walking through the rooms, we found one of the real parts of hotel ownership where you get bad guests that squat on you that stay past their check-in time. Then you got to call the cops because they'll get them out. But the good thing is they're not tenants. So that's why I like hotels. I'd much rather have a bad guest or a bad tenant any day because you have landlord-tenant laws and he's about to be out in about 5 minutes and get that room cleaned and making some more money. All right, let's check out the room. Well, guys, welcome in. Single king room, very functional, very good use of the space. I really like the design from this hotel, from the lobby to the outdoor space to the lounge and the bar. Like everything vibes really well. And this design thread goes through the property in such a way that you feel the boutiquiness, like you feel unique. It's definitely not your standard hotel trip, and this is more for design. So I mean, this is your baby come to life. Like, what was the plan? What was the play here?
We basically updid everything in the rooms. We skim coated the walls because they had that old crow's foot texture to it. Put in the new luxury LVT. It's glue down. That way, if you have like somebody cut an area, you don't have to redo the whole floor. You can just replace. Thinking about a maintenance perspective, that's why we went that direction. And then we put in these wardrobe systems right here, which is like, you know, your closet space and all that. And we got your coffee offering right here, the in-room refrigerator.
What I see in a lot of modern hotel rooms is this functional use of space, and like on a elongated space, a lot of times it's on this wall, but how do you use a tight amount of space really efficiently? In a lot of hotel rooms, especially older ones, they have like no storage space.
Yeah, it's the older ones are a little too small from this direction. We've got it, like you've been in a bunch of the older ones. They'll have like a wardrobe sitting here. There's not a clean thoroughfare from the front door to the bathroom. So we went as minimal as we could on this wall. You got to have the TV wall, but we opted for nothing there so you could flow around and walk through.
Yeah, it's good use of space.
Yep.
And then a big like vanity area, which for a smaller single king hotel room is very nice. Let me tell you, because a lot of our hotel rooms, I've had tiny bathrooms, and these ones were done really well.
You know, it's funny. There used to be a header right here. This whole section was headered, and we opted to rip it out. And on the inside of it was the first AC units from like the 50s.
Oh, so that used to be the room?
No, that was the AC unit, like just encased in.
Yeah.
There was the old unit where we replaced it over there under the window.
Okay.
And then we replaced another hidden one in every single room.
Well, this is good. I mean, the final one that fit the space too, I'm sure this is like custom, but this is...
Yes, the tricky thing about a remodel is on an older structure is you can't just order 40 of these. Every single room was different. Every single window measurement was different. So
I can verify, really like trying to do anything.
Tricky organization behind making sure the measurements landed right and you get your shop drawings right and all that stuff. And
your spreadsheet for a smaller hotel you'd think would be simple.
And
what you're going to put in each one? Oh, I just do 40 rooms, I get 40 of these. No, it's like, this is
and then it grows.
40 unique ones.
And then there was the tricky obstacle of getting in these big objects through the doors. Like these wardrobes that we talked about earlier. We had to take out windows on some of the units to slide them through, and then use the bathroom. Yeah, the showers.
That is what you have to do with a smaller space. Half wall glass, keep it open, makes it not feel so closed in.
Yeah.
Nice. This is the double queen room, so I'll let Kyle kind of break down the mix of single kings versus double queens and why, but again, nice big open space, done well, good use of the space.
So to come up with the matrix of king to double queen ratio, we looked at the absorption and what the market kind of demanded. And then some of it was room size dependent, because this is a remodel. You gotta look at how big the room is and what can fit and where, because not every single room is exactly the same dimension.
And we typically see like 10 to 20 or more dollars per night on a double king or double queen compared to a single king. So more heads and beds, you make more money, and value of the hotel goes up because it's commercial. So all right, we got our deal deep dive speed round. So what did you buy this property for?
Oh, $1 million.
$1 million. And how much did you put into the renovations to turn it into what we see today?
Well, 3.1, but it's not just the renovations, it's also all the furniture, fixtures, and equipment.
Okay, so all in cost,
everything.
3.1.
All the soft costs, the architectural, engineering.
$1 million on purchase, 3.1 for reno, so 4.1 all in cost, 40 units, right? So about $100,000 per key.
Yeah.
And also want to know how you funded this thing, so debt and the equity side.
So for the debt, I went with a local bank. Relationships are important, right? So we're able to get a strong lender to back us, and a local bank that believed in the community here. And then relationships, equity.
Yeah, so raise the cash for investors, local bank on the debt piece, which local banks are some of my favorite banks to work with.
Right.
So I love it. It's relationship business. Now looking forward, what's the plan for this hotel?
So the exit was to hold for 2 years, so it gets a trended NOI, and then we can cash out, refi on the the trended data, and we could also sell it, because if a good enough offer comes along.
Because what's it worth now? We're all in for 4.1. What's the equity?
Based off of the the local market cap rates of 9.5, about 6-7.
Dang. So on this for 4.1, you're in for 6.5 on the equity side. So you have $2.5 million that you're sitting on through this renovation.
Yeah.
Guys, boutique hotels, that's the power. On one commercial boutique hotel, that's 40 units. That took $1 million to purchase. You can buy short-term rentals that are more expensive than $1 million. So that's why this strategy hits. So seriously, you guys have comments, leave them below. Kyle and I will answer those as well. You got any questions about how this all came together? We want to answer them for you. And if you're not buying boutique hotels yet, the question is, why not?